As minority leader, I found that the opposition in particular, and even some of the members of your own caucus, aren't going to love you, but then you get their respect. And I think that is so incredibly important for women. We're not just love objects and sweet and accommodating, but we need to do our work and get their respect. So the important thing is to know the facts. If you know the facts, you're way ahead of most other people that just don't dig in and know their facts. I always did my homework. And then, of course, I would compromise, which is something that you do in the legislature. You can't just say, this is my stance, and then you don't get it, so you don't get something. You work in increments, and that's the way it works, and compromise is not an ugly word. In addition to that, I think as a woman I could do things that maybe men couldn't do. I had one legislator who had trouble, something happened, and he was blaming his secretary, and he could have lost that secretary because the majority party gives us those secretaries. And so he was making a big fuss, and the Republicans were irritated with him. And so I called him one night and said, what happened? So he told me it was not the secretary's fault. It's hard to tell whose fault it was, but I thought, I can take this on. So I said, Bob, I really didn't have much to do with this, but whatever I may have had to do with this, I'm really, really sorry that this happened. I could just hear him relax on the other side of the telephone. He just needed somebody to say that somebody was sorry, and then it just passed over, and I had solved a really sticky situation. I think women can do that sort of thing, and that's one of our advantages, one of the things we can do, we can use. It doesn't hurt us. There was no skin off my nose to say I'm sorry, but it worked.